What about you? Today I'm going to give you the complete guide on everything you need to renovate your lawn step by step from start to finish. Let's go. So at the moment the lawn is very long. My first task is we're going to get the Milwaukee mower out and we're going to cut it down. It cuts it down to 30 mil, and then we're going to take the cylinder mower and cut it down below that, and then we're going to start on the full renovation. Whenever I have a look around the garden, I can see all these things here. These aren't actually weeds. These are off the sycamore trees around the garden, and they'll go away in their own time. If you're enjoying this video, folks, don't forget to smash that like button because it really helps me out. Let's get on with it. Happy days, the lawn's all cut. The lawn sand is still working its magic. I'm going to say have some of these tails, so I'm going to get the trimmer out and we'll get these cut off, and then we'll get the cylinder mower out. Happy day, edge is done. Now time to get this mower out and do a cut with this and start shaving the lawn down. So I've got it cut down the first go now. Just did it half and half just to speed it up a bit. So there's the grass that came off the first cut. I'm sure we'll fill the box pretty quick whenever we lower it down. So we had the lawn cut at 25 mil width before. Now we want to drop this down and have real good opportunity to drop it down. So we're going to go down another 5 mil or so. We use this thing here. This is called a setting bar. And this bit here, this is the height of the grass. So we'll take a tape measure and we'll measure that. So this mower is about 40 years old, doesn't have all the original parts. So we'll loosen this side off, and we'll loosen this side off, and then we'll raise that up. And by raising that up, then that lowers the cut down. So we've loosened this off, and whenever we turn this in, it's going to bring the roller up. And not in there, catch it on the bottom blade, and whenever it's nice and stiff to pull in and out, then it's set. So we'll do the same on both sides. We'll get it set, and then we'll tighten these up again. For the second cut, I decided to put the stripes back into the lawn. You can clearly see this bit which was striped up, and then this bit we haven't striped up. So this is the bit that we've just cut down to 20 mil, and this is the bit that we cut the first time but hasn't been cut at. So this is 25 mil and this is 20 mil. First cut, whenever we came to the lawn this morning, it was sitting about 50 mil because it hadn't been cut in a while. First cut brought it down to 30 mil, that was with the Milwaukee mower. We then cylinder cut 25 mil and then dropped it down to 20 mil. So I'm quite happy with where it is now, but all this has taken quite a bit of time. I'm halfway through the day with a lot to do. Let's get on with it. Our next task is now with the scarifier. We're going to scarifier the lawn, and that's going to create some lines in the soil for the seed to go into. A lot of people always ask me whenever the scarifier and what height the scarifier at. Today I'll want to be putting lines into the soil, and that's going to give the seed somewhere safe to grow into, and then we're going to compost over the top. Have a look at this. You can see some of the lines in the soil. Now, depending on your scarifier, whether or not you'll be able to put lines in your own soil. If you're just using a cheap scarifier, then chances are you're not going to be able to put lines in the soil just the way we can with the professional scarifier. So just be careful if that's your own lawn. But you can clearly see those lines there, so I'm happy enough there. So we'll have the first pass done. Gonna go over it all again. Double scarify complete. So our next job now is we're going to get the mower out and we'll get all the debris cleared off the lawn. So just to have a look at some of the debris. All the debris, the waste material that came out from the scar fan. Lawn double cut, double scarified. Next task, we're going to do the overseeding. The main reason for overseeding this lawn is because all these lighter patches, that's called weed grasses, poana, and you can't stop them from coming into your lawn, but the thicker you can make your lawn, the less hole they're going to get into the lawn. So just by overseeding, you're going to help reduce those, but you're never ever going to stop the weed grasses from coming in. What we're going to do now is cover the seed with some soil. So let's do that. Next job now, we're going to get the soil onto the lawn. I had intended to use some compost today, but whenever I went down to the garden centre, the compost was wet. So I ended up going for the topsoil, but either topsoil or compost. One of the reasons why I like this stuff here is this is heat treated. It's weed free, means whenever I'm top dressing my lawn, I'm not going to be putting on a lot of crap onto my lawn. Done a couple of passes with a bit of debris in the bottom of this. It catches all the stones and crap, so I'm just going to take these stones and dump that straight into the bin, and then we're going to carry on with it. Just to give you a progress update, now I started with 10 bags of this stuff and I'm down to my last 4, and we've done more than halfway. So we have all the soil down. This side here we probably used a bit too much, and this side here we sort of ran out. But we used 10 bags. This lawn measures 180 square metres, so you'll be able to work out it if you want to do it yourself. It'll depend on your own lawn how much you need, but we used 10 bags for 180 square metres. I get a lot of questions about, should you use a fleece? Well, you should if you're using it at the beginner or the end of the season, but there's really no need. Covering your seed with soil or compost is going to do a lot better long term for your lawn than using a bit of fleece and then throwing that fleece away in the bin. You want to get your seed off to a good start. 100% do a top dressing, either compost or good quality soil. Whenever you're top dressing lawns, one of the most important things to do is to let it dry. So I'm going to go away and have some lunch and let this dry. And it's quite windy here today, so happy days. That's going to dry it out, and whenever we come to mat it in, it's going to be a lot easier. Our next job is to drag the seed into the soil. So we use this here. This is a homemade drag mat. Now I've talked about this in lots of videos before. Anybody that's new to the channel, we made this for under £40. I'll leave a link down in the video description where you can pick this up off Amazon. So I've another little bit to mat in, but you can see there that it's come on really well. Now, that is the key behind if you're top dressing, is to let the material dry. I've 2 jobs left to do after finishing this mat. I'm going to break from habit. I don't usually talk about this, but I get a lot of questions at the minute about what fertilizer I'm using. So today I'm using a product called ICL CRF Mini. It's a fertilizer that's really, really good. It's designed for overseeding lawns and turfing new lawns, and it's going to get the lawn off to a really good start. Now, if you didn't have a product like this, because it is a professional based product, you just want a pre-seeder fertilizer, just like a controlled or just like a normal release fertilizer. It's going to give it a nice, slow, steady green up over the whole 2 to 3 months. After we get the fertilizer out, I have one more task to do. Going to give a quick shout out to Milwaukee Tools UK, who sponsor my channel. They sent me out this little M12 battery powered sprayer, and that's what I'm using for the seaweed. If you want to learn everything about seaweed and why you should use seaweed whenever you're overseeding lawns, watch this video next. And if you want to find out the fastest way to grow grass from seed, watch this video next.